Welcome back, everyone, to the Wolves of Pine Ridge in this series where I am planning to try to find some wolves here and to armor them and to use them in hunting and see if I can do that before the next version of Minecraft gets released. And last episode, I was down over in that direction where it is much colder and much sprucier. Yeah, down over there we have all that spruce and that snow over in there, and I came here to a nice warmer area, and it looks like I'm going to be spending some time here because I built myself a little house. I know, nothing fancy, but I think it'll do the job until I get things better and more established here. Now, one of my goals is also to build a kennel for the wolves when I eventually get them, and probably this will be a good area for it. Maybe include, no, maybe not include this water spot. I'm not too sure what's going to happen down in that area right over there. So I'm going to clear out this area, and we could build a kennel here, probably a sheltered area plus an enclosure on there for everything that we need on there. We'll probably need to use some of the oak for whatever we do there. I may head on back to get some spruce over there, but I do have some saplings. Well, not here. I think I have some saplings in here. I am going to have to get things more organized eventually. I thought I had some spruce saplings. Oh, no wonder, I do have them in my inventory. Alright. I was right the first time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant a few of these, and the idea of the spruce saplings is I probably want to have some highlights of it. Just as I have some spruce, which I'm using up on my roof over here, even though it's hard to see because we've got the edges out of cobble there. We'll let that grow, and I am just now going to start chopping down trees so we have a nice area here in which to build something for the dogs. Now, I am going to have to find a source of bones, and that probably means to start some mining. Now, I do have that mine that I bought way over there, but I think what I'm really wanting to do is to find, how about this corner right here, dig on down there, put some a ladder going down there, and then head out that way, and maybe I'll be able to get a nice mine there, find a place where I can find some skeletons, which would be nice, and on top of that, maybe get some more resources of the type that you need from the underground sections. And I should be able to get back home without running into any monsters or anything like that. Or if there are any monsters, I can at least keep my door closed until they despawn. So, we'll start by collecting wood. It appears that somebody interrupted me. Really? Well, so much for him. But usually, they run together in packs. So, I need to go out on a hunt to see if there are any more of these in the area. Oh, there's one right there. Ready? Yep. Voluntary exile. Wonderful. Ah. Well, 1.21 you won't get that anymore. At least not from killing him. Instead, I believe that we'll be getting a drop, a consumable that you could drink in order to get the replacement for voluntary exile. But we're still in 1.20, so I have to worry about this for the next. Oh, it's right. I can get some milk. Milk. That way, if I go exploring and find a village, I won't be putting them in danger. Oh, I got a crossbow. Whether I want to do anything with it, of course, is a completely different matter. Well, without any arrows, I think I'm not going to be able to do much with it at all. Well, anyone else there wishing to try my patience? Yoo-hoo! Well, when the morning comes, I shall seek a cow. They used the nighttime to sneak up on my home. Rude! Very rude! Rude! Did I tell you that you're rude? Mobs. I see some horses across. Well, he did drop the lead eventually. Well, I see some horses here, but the question is, are there any cows there on top of that? Well, let's go and find out. Yoo-hoo! Ooh, there's a donkey here. That could come in handy. Oh, cow. Thank you. That's one less problem that we have at the moment. Now, did I just build my home on the wrong side of the river? Like on the side that doesn't have any livestock? Well, I guess I'll just have to build a bridge. Oh, alright, I was wondering what in the world was this? Nah, it was just an illusion from a poppy in front of a dirt block. I thought that's a strange block that I've never seen before. Well, once you know what it is, it doesn't look all that strange. But for a moment there, I was a little perplexed. So what I want to do is I am going to think of a nice design for a bridge here. It's going to be a long bridge though. Ooh, that means more wood to chop down. I've decided to make this the end. I need to move this. This is the end of one side of the bridge. Of course, I'll duplicate that on the other side. But as for the main part in the middle, for the actual span, I will be using wood. And I'm raising it like this, and so that I should have absolutely no trouble when I decide to go boating around here. But I think I'll just head on all the way across there. I'll probably have to add one or two supports along the way just for appearance's sake, but I think that this will be a nice way to go, at least for the basics of the bridge. And from there I can maybe get an idea of what I could do from the point of view of supports and the like. And this is the result. Now, of course, we'd want to have some guardrails on here. I guess that's the next thing to add. So I'll be using spruce fences for that. We'll see how the spruce looks. If I don't like the look of it, I could always change it. And of course, we'll be doing that on the other side. And of course, I do have to keep in mind I still have to worry about decoration eventually. Yeah, let's try to take care of this. I think just 1, 2, 3. Alright, that keeps it balanced. Of course, I'll need a whole lot more before I really call that done. Now, this is just hanging up there without any support. That's one of the reasons we want to support it, at the very least, to have the support structures up there so that we have some vermicitude with the fence posts. I have a total of 29 fences on each side, and I have marked out an even number of spaces each, going 7 each. So therefore, if that's number 1, then we wind up with number 29 at the end. And where I put each of these torches is where I am going to be placing my pillars that are going to be going under each of these. Now, that is right there. Let's just get this as a starting point. Number 3. Good. And oh yeah. Minor little detail. Well, I suppose I should then put a pillar there. I guess a nice strong ends are going to be necessary in order to keep this bridge standing. I needed more cobble, so I decided to dig down, and it looks like, well, I hear a zombie. Of course, I think a skeleton would have been more useful since I am looking for... Oops, I have the wrong weapon out. Really? Hey, you're gonna come up here? Ah. Never could time that right. Now, what do we have here? Probably a creeper or something like that. Actually, if I run to another creeper, I better be sure I'm at full health first. I'm going to need to grab something else from that waterway, and that is, of course, some of that salmon. Oh, that's going to be dreadful, isn't it? Yeah, oh, there's some iron there, though. Ooh, I need that. Okay, I will... I will get lost. Okay, I need that, but what I will do is I need to cover that up so I don't have uninvited guests drop down upon me. Alright. Good. Now I can explore. Looks like it's mostly safe for the moment. Now we do have that passage down there that's going to take me time in which to investigate, but of course I also have this iron here, which is going to come in very handy because I'm running low on that stuff. But I'm starting to get pretty low. Actually, I'm at y equals 3 right now, so an area where I really should be seeing some iron. There we go. Nice. Be nice if I get even more, but that's another matter. Ooh, redstone. I'm going to have to come back here in order to pick that up. That would be nice to have. But the main thing I came down here was for cobble. And I can't get much more of that coming down this far. So let's see if I can find a place that has some cobble. Yeah, right over here. I'll grab a little bit more of that, then I can finish up with the bridge. Now, let's take care of the pylons. There is the first one done. Now let's see if I can get this right. The tricky thing is, of course, is that it's this thing called breathing, which I can't do while I am out doing this and slowly drifting down. Well, let me take a breath, see if I could finish this up. So that's sort of what's going to slow me down, is I don't quite get all the way down. And oops. Well, Hey, let's add a little extra support on the side, right? There we go. And one more. And of course, that's just this side. We do have to worry about the other side also, because that's right. I forgot that I can just speed my way down a little bit more rather than just slowly drift down. There we go. One side done. There we go. And our little bridge is complete. Well, maybe someday I'll put a covering over it or something like that, but this will definitely do for the primary purpose of giving me easier access to this landmass over here. So I guess we could take a little look around here. Obviously, we have some wildlife. Ooh, obsidian. Well, actually, it's lava, but it can be turned into obsidian with a little bit of work. Well, that can be a little bit on the dangerous side. Anything else up around? We got a couple of minutes before I need to return back to base. I want to make sure I'm not going to be stuck outside since I don't have... Ooh, pumpkins! Well, I will have to grab these. At least a few of them. I could plant them and get a nice supply of them. But it's a good starter set. There we go. There. And some sheep over here. Now I gotta be careful with the sheep because I want to make sure I have a nice area for them before I try to bring them over, because if I don't, then the wolves will get to them, since the entire point is to find as many different types of wolves as possible, and I've seen a couple of different types already. I certainly don't want to introduce wolves so that they would be killing my sheep. We want to make sure the sheep are nice and safe, and that looks anything but nice and safe. Yikes! Oh, how did that happen? Alright, I better just make my way over there. I was not expecting this ravine to be over here. Alright. Head back over. Make sure I return safely with my new set of pumpkins. And the sun drifts down. Let's see. Not too sure I'll have time to reach the bridge, so we will just have to swim across. There we go. Can I get back before the area is crawling with skeletons and zombies and creepers? Yes, I can. I need to do some decoration. What I'm going to need are some signs that are going to be used as a task board of what I plan to do. So I think standard Minecraft signs would be the best ones to use for this particular one. Since this wall is made from oak, I think that using birch for the signs would be the best bet. I guess we'll need, what, about... No, I don't think it makes signs out of diorite. Ah, there's the birch. See, I can't tell the difference between birch and diorite. That's great Minecraft skills over here. Alright, so we'll take this, turn this over here, turn this over here. I think I only need, yeah, I think 6 would be plenty for all the goals that I have for this series, since it's going to be a relatively short series in any case. One. Alright, let's just put them up here. And now let me think of something to write into them. Here are my tasks for this series. I have 6 tasks in all. In order to complete them, the last one will signal when things are complete, shall we say. Well, first off, I need to build a home. I think I got a decent start on that, though I suppose it could look prettier. I need to build a kennel. I have an area right over here that's reserved for that purpose. So I'll probably have a fenced off area, sort of a corral or whatever, and plus a nice shelter for them so that they could be able to stay inside out of the rain or something like that. I'll of course also need to obtain some bones, and once I have the bones I could tame the wolves. And I also need to find some armadillos so I could obtain armadillo scutes, and then finally I could craft wolf armor and equip it onto the wolves. Now, I don't necessarily have to do this in this order. Obviously, I can't do number 6 until I've done number 4 and number 5. I can't do 4 until I've done 3. And while I could probably do 2 without having, do 4 without having done 2 yet, it'd be a good idea if I could get things started as soon as possible. But that's it for today's episode, and next time I think it'll be a good moment for us to go about and explore our lands and see, do we have a savanna anywhere around here, or might have to go a long way away? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of The Wolves of Pine Ridge.